What it do, E-World? Been a long time, but we back again. Crisscrossing wires. We finally got a day to come out here and jump on the beast and take a little test ride. So we ain't doing nothing too spectacular today. I'm going to definitely make sure everything is working properly and functioning as it should before I put any super stress on this new pack. But I mean, honestly, I feel 100% confident that there ain't gonna be no issues. But like I said, man, when it come to this, I ain't taking no chances, man. I put so much work into this bike that yeah, I'm no longer going to be taking chances with my baby to prove points to haters and all that, man. I'm over it. I don't care what the haters do from now on. They can kill themselves for all I care. But like I said, at this point, I feel like me and the beast don't have nothing to prove no more. I mean, I've done proved that when it comes to this, you know, I try to do my best. And that's all I'm trying to prove. That, you know, when I work on something, when I do something, that I'm going to put my all into it and not just throw some shit together. So, that being said, we just going to cruise around for a bit. I really don't know what I have to talk about because it's been so damn long. I'm out of sorts. But yeah, I am going to be making packs, and before, you know, I get more people asking me about making a pack, I can only do but so much being one person. And the packs that I make are time consuming. You know, they're no easy, quick 1, 2, 3 and they done. At least for now. I've sourced some prefabricated bus bars, but not enough that I can be like, I got 1 million of them, I can make whatever. I got a first little small order sample just to see how they are and the quality they are. And man, let me tell you guys something. If you don't know, even bus bars right now for e-bikes, I guess because people know that this is a booming trend, they have marked those things up crazy on that. And like I was even looking into the real fancy schmancy ones like my homeboy puts on his batteries. And I ain't gonna call out no names, but y'all know who my homeboy is, and he does top-notch work. And some of those batteries he makes are definitely top tier battery. And those bus bars that he uses, just so y'all know, are like 75 hours a set for two CNC machines, copper polished 0.5, which is that thick. That stuff is like seriously thick, man. The best you can get, $75 for a set. So if you think about how much or how many you need for the average 72 volt pack, let's say you need like 20 of them. So yeah, do the math on that. So that would be 10 10 times 75, so that's $750 just for those top premium 0.5 bus bars. So yeah, that's why you saw me making my own. And when they ain't 0.5, it would take 2.5 of the ones that I use to make one of those thick 0.5 ones. However, the 0.2 is definitely enough. If it's enough for me, it definitely should be enough for you. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to be builds whereas though guys aren't making super large packs, and they're only going to be race packs with those high output P45s, small packs which reduce weight for, you know, when it comes to drag, it's power versus weight. I mean power to weight ratio. So you want as much power to less weight as possible when you're talking about acceleration. But yeah, man, them shits cost. And for premium batteries, you're gonna pay. And you think about this, because honestly, at the end of the day, the battery is the most important component on an e-bike. These are electric bikes. Everything revolves fundamentally around the battery power that the bike has. If you don't have enough amps or enough volts, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got no range, you ain't got no speed, you ain't got nothing. Don't matter what kind of controller or motor setup you have, if you don't have enough amps to run that $3,000 controller motor setup, then you're done. So if you figure you got a controller, $1,500 controller, and a $1,000 motor, that's $2,500 right there. How much you think a battery is going to cost to power that? Yeah, so we talking $4,000 batteries, without a doubt. But if you think about it, that's about, you know, the average pack, 40 amp hour, 72 volt pack with the minimum bus bars needed, you know, just for 300 amps is a $2,500 battery all day long. And we're talking about copper nickel bus bars, but the little small ones, the little small bus bars. But when you talk about those big wide bus bars that we're using now, and the reason why they're so wide is because if they're not as thick as you would like, if you can't get the 0.5, you can use 0.2, but they just have to be wider, the width of the bus bar, you know, so you can compensate. You can still have the amount of same amount of conductive material. But anyway, I ain't gonna get deep in that. But y'all gotta, you know, before you even call and ask about a pack, just do some basic math yourself on how much the materials will cost for a pack that you want. And you figure a lot of guys don't understand the 20S, 14P and all that, even though, you know, we go over that a lot. But 20S in a pack is 20 cells in series, 14 in parallel. So 20 rows giving you your voltage, 14 in parallel giving you your capacity and your amp hour and your discharge rate. So, you know, you can multiply those two, 20 times 14, and that's how many cells you need. And what is that, like 280 cells? So you're talking 280 cells, and that's a 14P pack now. You can get a 14P or a 12P pack, 240 cells, something like that. My math could be off, man. Shit, don't kill me, my math always off. But yeah, you anyway, 220, 240 cells times $6. I mean, $7, because monocells on the average are like $6.99 each. So you're talking 240 times $6.99 just for the miler cells. And then when you're talking about premium wire and copper bus bars, and if you're buying bus bars prefabricated, you're paying for those. So the cost of those, and then we're talking about labor. Now, obviously, if you're buying prefabricated bus bars, you're not going to be doing as much labor, but it's still labor nonetheless. And not only that, you got to understand that when a guy sells you a pack, he's not only selling you the pack that you're buying, he's selling you a warranty on that pack. So he's got to be able to, you know, cover any problems that may arise. And problems arise whether it's by the builder or the battery itself, or, you know, mainly, most of the time, it's operator errors, you know, people not hooking things up correctly and stuff like that most of the time. But who's going to get the blame for that at the end? You know, they're going to try to put that on the builder. But anyway, like I say, builder got to prepare for all those things. Just like when I used to tell people all the time, why them damn Super 73s cost too much, and the argument for those was, well, they got to be able to warranty parts and all that and blah, blah, blah. So they was making excuses for why they were so high. Okay, so why the battery so high? And that's why. And now they're talking about UL certifications for the big manufacturers and all that. So yeah, expect that battery prices are going to go up. Make no mistake about it. And like I said, at the end of the day, the battery is the whole source of power for the bike. So, I mean, you know, you ain't got no battery, you ain't got shit. So yeah, y'all, you know, be prepared. If you want a good battery, pay the cost to be the boss. Simple as that. You know? Simple as that. But oh man, it feels so good to be back out here cruising. I can't never let my bike stay down that long again, man. But I got swamped in doing a lot of work, and I still got a whole lot of work to do. So I ain't gonna be out here playing that much. I just wanted to get my bike back up and running, and it's back up and running. But you know, that's because I redid my whole pack. Now, I wasn't showing that when I was making my little videos of showing me building packs and all that. I wasn't really showing me redoing my pack, but I redid the beast's entire pack. I didn't remove what was on there as far as bus bars, but I added another layer of bus bars over top of what I had. And before I started making the pack, I did all that testing on my battery, you know, as far as the welding and all that. Before I start welding on a pack that I'm going to sell somebody, I definitely have to do all that testing on my own battery, and that's what I did. So that's what took me so long. But not only that, and you'll find out when it comes to making high current batteries with copper nickel sandwich, in order to weld through nickel and copper at the same time and get a sufficient weld, because just welding nickel to batteries is easy. You know, any halfway decent welder can do that. But when you have to weld through a layer of 0.2 millimeter copper, that takes a hell of a welder. And same thing for the welder. Just like I was talking about for the bikes, in order to weld with that high power rate, you need a high power source. And let me tell you something, those K-welds, and if you see anybody welding with those capacitor packs, those capacitor packs, one of those is not enough to do a copper nickel sandwich. And guess how much that costs? That's $750 for that K-weld power supply capacitor setup. So in order to weld through copper and nickel and get a weld that won't just be popping off, you need 2 of those $1,400 worth of capacitor K-weld caps if you use their brand. So I obviously didn't buy that. I came up with my own power source, which just, you know, a group of miler cells with some car audio stiffening capacitors, because they're 12 volt. And the power source I'm using for K-weld is 12 volt. So why not use those car audio stiffening capacitors, which is what I did. Anyway, I done said enough. We back, and yeah, it is what it is. So I'm gonna do some testing on the beast now. Just give y'all a little look at it. But yeah, the beast is back better than ever. And you know, like I say, man, I'm going to break this battery in and start doing some more draggy times, man, because my goal now is all about acceleration. It's all about acceleration, man. I don't want to hear no more of that top speed shit. The beast got enough top speed. I guarantee you this bike is faster than any of y'all some bitches want to go. Trust and believe me. But now it's about, man, these guys is getting serious about this drag racing, man. This drag racing is not a game. Guys are spending money. They spending money. They putting it down. So in order to stay ahead of the curve and stay up to date, man, we gotta make some smooth moves. So you know, there's plenty of guys nipping at my heels or got bigger and better than what I got. So yeah, in order for me and the beast to stay relevant, we gotta stay ahead of the tech. So that's what I intend to do. And you know, like I say, man, make this a monster 0 to 60 machine. And then the only thing about that, man, is, you know, that at some point it's putting down so much power that you know, like I say, it makes it a little difficult to launch this thing. So that's when you gotta start doing rolling starts. When you got that much power, yeah, so we might have to do a 30 mile per hour rolling start in order for me to not loop out to put the power down. I ain't putting no big, you know, that big long swing arm, man. I'm not riding like that. You know, if I make, I might have to make just a straight drag bike, and that's all that's for. Then I don't mind putting a big long swing arm on that. That's all that's for. But I want to ride this as a everyday ride around bike too, and ride it on the street and everything. It's a little hard to tell a police officer when you got a long ass swing arm on the back that the bike only go 30 miles an hour. So, you know, ain't nobody going for that bullshit. All right, y'all, take it easy, take care. It's a little nippy out here. I gotta go get me a jacket if I want to do some cruising. Not only that, man, my dumb ass forgot to hook my 12 volts back up for my lights. So I ain't got no headlights or no lights, I ain't got shit. My own pack, I forgot to put my 12 volt output lead back on there from the 3S section. So I gotta run 12 volts from off the 3S section on my pack for my 12 volts for my light. Yeah, I forgot that. Trying to hurry up and put this thing back together. So now I gotta go back in it. And I'm gonna try to do that as easy as possible. All right, y'all, crisscrossing wires, we out. Peace.